Hi, welcome to MSA TV. I'm Dave Volk, Product Specialist. On this episode of MSA TV, we're going to talk about another very exciting new product, an enhancement for the Firehawk M7 breathing apparatus. As you know, the Firehawk M7 is all about firefighter safety. Whether it's our inhalation check valve to prevent cross-contamination from one firefighter to another, or whether it's our many emergency breathing features, this SCBA is all about firefighter safety. Today I'm going to introduce an enhancement to that, which is a rescue belt. This belt would replace the lumbar pad on the Firehawk M7 or several other brands or models of our breathing apparatus to enhance firefighter safety and allow a bailout system or an escape system for firefighters to rappel to safety in a potentially deadly situation. First, I'm going to talk about some of the features of the product, then I'm going to show you how it works. So to start out with, this is the rescue belt. It can be added as an option on a new SCBA, or it can be added to an existing SCBA. It replaces the waist belt on the Firehawk M7. The construction is an AeroShield material on the outer pouch, which you're familiar with. It's used on some turnout gear in the knee area and some other high-stress areas. Extremely tough material. It's a one-size-fits-all belt, as opposed to our previous version of the rescue belt that had 3 sizes, which caused some logistic problems with fire departments. With a one-size belt, we have an extender in case you need to have a larger size. And if you don't need that, because it is one size, you may have an excess of webbing. So we've built in a webbing management system into the regulator holder where you can simply tuck the excess webbing into the holder and keep it out of the way. We also have a double-acting waist belt buckle so that you can't accidentally disengage the waist belt. In addition, we've color-coded with reflective material the flap to access the carabiner or the Crosby hook, which I'll talk about in one second. We've also highlighted the tabs to release the belt from the breathing apparatus with reflective material to find it easily in a dark situation. The way the rescue belt will work is in a potentially deadly situation in an elevated floor, a second or above floor of a structure, and a firefighter needs to escape and rappel to safety, you would simply extract the either Crosby hook or carabiner, engage it into a anchor point, and rappel out a window or something to safety. The Crosby hook is a great addition to our rescue belt because it can be rapidly deployed and you could rapidly find an anchor point in the windowsill or some other structure inside a room. The Crosby hook is attached with stitching rather than a simple knot. The stitching makes it much stronger than a knot. Also, we have 2 types of rope available. We have a 7.7 millimeter Technora rope with a nylon core that's made specifically for MSA. This rope offers great abrasion and cut resistance with a Technora sheath, but that nylon core gives it elasticity and acts a little bit like a shock absorber. The other rope available is a 7.5 millimeter solid Technora rope made specifically for the FDNY. Another feature of the rescue belt is the D-ring here that's biased in a downward position to stay out of your way during normal firefighting activities, but when you need it, it'll be biased in an upward position to easily access it to attach a rescue line to a ladder. Another feature is the Sterling F4 descender. This is a great descending unit for rappelling because it has an auto stop feature. If you release the handle, you'll stop, so you won't free fall if you accidentally lose your grip on the descender. By depressing the lever, it'll accelerate your descent. So the further you squeeze it, the faster you'll go. When you release it, you stop. It's a very safe, very effective descending device for rappelling. Also, at the end of the rope, there's markers at the 15 and the 10-foot level, so you know you're nearing the end of the rope. When you get to the end of the rope, there's a stop knot that is easily released with a gloved hand so that you can release yourself from the rope and move to safety. MSA was the first company to develop a rescue belt that was integrated into a breathing apparatus. That's very important because anything added to the breathing apparatus has to be properly approved. Our first version of the rescue belt, which was introduced about 5 years ago, was fully approved by NIOSH and NFPA under the 1981 standard, also approved under the NFPA 1983 standard as a personal escape device. This Rescue Belt II is also fully approved, and that's important because you want to make sure you have a safe product on your breathing apparatus. Let me show you how this thing works. Here's the Rescue Belt II installed in the Firehawk M7 breathing apparatus. As you can see, it replaces the waist belt and lumbar assembly. It also replaces the lower shoulder straps. To release it from the SCBA, simply grab the tabs on the right and the left and pull back. At this point, you can just simply remove the SCBA and deploy the rescue belt. Attach this to an anchor point, you have your descender, and make your escape. So to summarize, we have a great new addition to the Firehawk M7 breathing apparatus. We have a Rescue Belt II, which can be added on the unit in place of the lumbar pad. We have an Air Shield outer pouch, which is a very tough material. We have two choices, either a Crosby hook or a carabiner. We have a Sterling F4 descender. We have two styles of ropes available, either a 7.7 millimeter Technora rope with a nylon core or a 7.5 millimeter solid Technora rope. We have great features like the safety line attachment and the web management system and the double action waist belt. We also have a way to release the rope at the end of your descent to get clear of the rope. And we have reflective markings on the important parts of the unit. For MSA TV, I'm Dave Volk. Thanks for watching. And for more information, you can always go to www.msanet.com.